Okay, Algebra 1 students, let's look at Unit 2, Lesson 17, Systems of Linear Equations and Their Solutions. So we've got two goals here. The first one is kind of long, so pause if necessary to get it written down. I can tell how many solutions a system has by graphing the equations or by analyzing the parts of the equations and considering how they affect the features of the graphs. So by looking at the equations and using some important parts to the equations, we should be able to identify whether there will be one solution, as in the lines crossing exactly in one spot, whether there will be no solutions because they're parallel and they never cross, or whether all of the answers on the lines are solutions because they're actually the same line. Second, I know the possibilities for the number of solutions a system of equations could have. So I just went over those three examples. So it could be one solution, zero solutions, or basically all of the possible answers are solutions. All right, we have our main vocabulary that we've been working with. Solution to a system of equations. Remember, that is our answer where the equations share a point because of the intersection. System of equations, which is just two or more equations that cross or intersect at a specific point and represent the constraints of a situation. Substitution is plugging an expression into an equation to create a new equation that can be solved. Elimination is getting rid of a variable to create a new equation so that it can be solved. Equivalent systems are systems that have the exact same solution, and they're typically using our math to create these. All right, so here's a situation of a system that you're going to bring your work to class tomorrow to kind of just start our discussion. So Andre is trying to solve this system of equations. Please write this down. We have x plus y equals 3 and 4x equals 12 minus 4y. All right, write that system down. And then looking at the first equation, Andre thought the solution to the system is a pair of numbers that add up to 3. So notice x plus y equals 3. So any two numbers that add up to 3 will make that correct. 1 plus 2, 3 plus 0, negative 1 plus 4. Lots of possibilities there. I wonder which two numbers they are. So where they cross is the question, because then that number will make both of them correct. So choose two numbers that add up to 3. You can choose any two numbers that add up to 3. Whether they work in the second one or not, we'll find out. If they don't, they don't, and that'll help our discussion. If they do, they will, and that will help our discussion. So just pick any two numbers that add up to 3. Your first number that you choose will be your x value. Your second number will be your y value. Then check if your numbers work for the second equation. So whatever two numbers you pick, put them in for the x and the y, do the math, see if it's equal. All right, and then you're going to make a decision. How many solutions does the system have? Explain how you know. So do you think it's going to have 0 solutions based off of the work you've done? Only 1? Or do you think it's going to be pretty much everything? All right, so bring that to class tomorrow. That's going to start our discussion as we look into these situations. Thanks.